We are back. We are live here for our return episode of Armbars and Suplexes. This is our fourth live stream. I'm Alec. You can find me on Twitter right here at AlecMillero423. I'm joined with my main man, Jesus, as always. I'm Alec. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? You can find me on Twitter at The Real Jesus, and that's spelled JEEZUS. And I feel like the Four Horsemen because this is our fourth episode on StreamYard.
Hey, Elijah, hold on. Dude, no. Hold on. Sorry. He's standing on top of my phone. No, you can't be talking on it, dude. Come on.
Welcome back, everybody. We're glad you guys are here on Armbars and Suplexes. We're very excited to be back.
Sorry, he had my phone on the damn floor.
It's a toy to him, man. It's a toy.
Apparently, man. All right, so yeah, man, what's going on? First time since Thanksgiving. We haven't been back for a while.
Wow, has it been that long?
It's been that long, man. I mean, we're only the first weekend of December.
Yeah, but it's the 9th already, man. And then you know how the holidays are. They start rolling downhill, and then you know our weather right now. I don't know if you know, but we're gonna be in the 40s tomorrow, man, and we were in the 80s today.
I know. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck hard, and I'm gonna be outside. That's gonna be great.
Everything just starts snowballing, man. So yeah, today's the 9th of December. We haven't been with you guys since Thanksgiving, and then we got Christmas.
Yeah, no, right away. I already got maybe half of the Christmas shopping done. Things that we could get online, and there's an upcoming weekend we gotta go shopping.
Oh man, I have probably, I don't even know how much, because in reality, my wife is like, "What do you think about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool," and then she'll order it or she'll go get it. So I really don't know where we're at.
That's all right. Same here.
But we got we got some busy days coming up ahead of us, man.
Yeah. Seen any good movies lately?
Any good movies? Damn, what was the last movie I saw? I haven't seen any movies. I saw I saw The Mandalorian. I caught up on The Mandalorian.
Yeah, you liking it?
Yeah, man, I'm digging it, dude. It has some good what is it called? Cliffhangers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I've really been into Watchmen, man. I really like Watchmen. I really like what they did with it.
I need to catch up, man. I've only watched the first episode.
Oh man, and it's so weird. It gets better, man, and it gets. I don't know. I just think it builds up really nicely, and it's just so different. It's so different from what we're used to with Watchmen, that universe. So I like it a lot.
Are you the comic fan? You like the comic?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I like the comic. I think it was different for the time, and I saw one of these videos on YouTube. I guess because I said the word Watchmen, and you know how your phone's always listening, but it was kind of like the history of Watchmen and Alan Moore. Yeah, kind of how they screwed him and they kept screwing him over, and it's just
Alan Moore.
It just sucks. It just sucks, man. He didn't really get anything from it. And DC kept trying to screw him, so he vowed never to work with DC again.
Makes sense.
Which sucks, man. But I don't know, man. It is what it is. Watchmen has a piece of history for comics and also even in the movies, man. The movie's pretty good. But this miniseries is I feel it's over delivering. I didn't have any hopes for it to begin with. I thought they were just gonna mess up something that was already pretty good as far as the movie goes. But it's way different direction, and I'm really happy and glad that they did it, and I get to enjoy it, man.
Yeah, same here. I'm excited. I want to get into it. I'm going to get into it soon. But yeah, right now I'm just really watching Mandalorian every time it comes out. Probably like the next day. I think I watched it this weekend, like on Saturday. So yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I think this last episode didn't love. It's kind of I was kind of bored, but it is what it is. Not every episode is gonna knock out the park.
MMA known Gina Carano is in The Mandalorian, which is kind of
she was great in her episode.
Hey man, she does what she does. She beat people up.
Yeah, man. But even then, like I think her acting is starting to get a lot better. Because don't forget, like when her like first acting role, they dubbed over her speaking parts. Yeah, because she was that bad. But and she wasn't great. And her and Rhonda had the same, like when they were in the Fast and Furious movies. Yeah. Both bad, both really bad. But I think she got better. She got better in Deadpool. And this is the one that I think that she's really starting to get a feel. And if you watch her interviews, like for the like when the show's coming out, she seems invested in this character. She seems invested in Star Wars now. She said she wasn't a Star Wars fan before, but now like getting into this world, she's like super into it. So I think that also helps her be able to act a little better because she was really great.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I thought she did better than what I expected. I mean, just based on her past, but I mean, you expect that, especially with somebody with her background and experience as far as an athlete, and wanting to get better. And it's kind of the same thing with acting, man. That the more, I mean, we talked about this a little bit in the past with your boy, the new Batman. What's his name? Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, yeah.
So at first I was kind of hesitant. I didn't want him to be Batman, but then when you discussed it, we talked about all the stuff he's done in the past, and I think he was even in a play or something. You said he was in a play,
like
that.
Yeah, something like that.
So that shows me that he's really dedicated to his art and his and the task at hand, which is to get better. So I'm and then I saw him in The King, right? The King.
Which I haven't seen that yet.
Dude, that movie, I'm a sucker for those old school movies. Like one of my favorite movies is Kingdom of Heaven. Just the way it was shot and just what it was about.
Yeah.
So I really like those type of movies, and he was really good in that movie. I mean, he was an asshole in that movie. So he was very believable, and I don't know. I just feel that Gina Carano is going to be using her experience in MMA as far as trying to get better every day, doing the same thing in acting, and you can see the progression. So I'm kind of excited to see where she's going to take it.
All right. So I'm trying to think of something else. Not really much else in the world of entertainment that I'm keeping track of.
Well, Star Wars is 11 days out.
Yeah, we're pretty close to Rise of Skywalker. And actually, that week that Rise of Skywalker comes out, we'll be getting The Mandalorian early on Wednesday.
Oh, so that's even better.
I think that's episode 7.
So yeah, so we're gonna get 6 on Friday.
And 7 next
on Wednesday, and then Star Wars on Thursday and Friday, basically.
Yeah, so, and then the week after will be the finale of Mandalorian.
There you go. So I mean, we got that stuff coming. Frozen was setting box office
a big hit
records. Yeah, I mean that was a big hit. I still haven't gonna go see it. I have to go see it. I promised my daughter I was gonna take her to go see it, so I still have to go do that.
Haven't seen it yet. I just watched the first one recently. Like that was when my girl, when we got Disney Plus, that was like the first thing she made me sit down and watch. I haven't watched it.
Olaf is one of my favorite characters, man.
It's good. It's good. Like I see the reason why I got so like crazy. Like people loved it. It was good. Yeah. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But I was like, yeah, the music's good.
Yeah, I mean the same thing too. Like I mean, I'm not gonna love it or hate it either. It's just, but it's for kids. But there's certain movies like Up, I really like. You don't like Up, man?
I hate Up. I hate Up and I hate WALL-E.
WALL-E's all right.
I hate
what about Inside Out? What are your feelings on Inside Out?
Oh, Inside Out's probably my favorite Pixar movie. That's one of my favorites. That one made me cry twice.
See, I mean, I can't believe you don't like Up, man. I don't know what's wrong with you, man. You need to check yourself, man.
I think it peaks like too early. It blows its load in the first 5 minutes, and then I'm just like, okay.
You can't have the same thing over and over, man. It throws you a little curveball at the beginning, man.
I was just bored. Same thing with WALL-E. I was bored.
Yeah. Up, I liked it. I like the dogs. I like the squirrel.
That's the only thing I like. Squirrel.
Yeah, I like the dumb tennis balls on the bottom of his walker, all that stuff, dude. It's just a good movie. At least
I get it. That's a favorite for a lot of people. It's not one of mine. I think Inside Out's my favorite Pixar, followed by probably Coco.
Coco's up there for us, man.
There was one point where I ranked them. I ranked all of them. I think the only ones I haven't seen I haven't seen Brave, I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur, and I haven't seen Cars 2 or 3.
So I haven't. I've seen all of those. I have two boys.
Yeah.
So I've seen all of them. Cars 3 is a lot better than Cars 2, in my opinion.
I heard.
Jackson Storm is funny. He's played by Armie Hammer, the voice of Armie Hammer. It's pretty funny. You said Brave.
Haven't seen that one.
Brave is all right. The triplets make it bearable, I guess, for me. But also I have a daughter, so I can understand. And then you said another one. What other did you say?
Good Dinosaur.
Oh man, that one's good too, man.
My girl told me that one's great. See that the year that Brave came out was the same year that Frozen came out, and I remember people were saying like that felt like an off year because Frozen seemed like a Pixar movie, whereas Brave seemed like a Disney animation movie, and they were swapped. Like it was the opposite.
It was opposite. Yeah. I would agree with that. I just
that was the year that people say that was the year that Disney had the superior film over
Pixar.
Yeah.
I would probably agree with that. But they're both good in their own right, and I just feel like they were both trying to do something different.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Right.
a big Pixar fan. Like I'm really excited for these new ones. What is that next one? Soul. That's coming out. Let me see.
Which one's that? No, is it the next one? The one about the medieval adventure or whatever?
Maybe I gotta look Pixar because they have the few that are coming out that I'm really
Once
into.
Upon a Time or something like that, or not Once Upon a Time. What's it called?
I'm about to look it up. So we have, yeah, Onward. Okay, Onward is the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are coming out the same year. So March 6th is Onward, and then June 19th is Soul. So we're getting two again. We're getting two releases. We only got one this past year, which I still haven't seen. That's another one I haven't seen. Is Toy Story 4.
Which was one that came out this year?
Toy Story 4.
Oh, I saw that one. That one was good. I saw that one at the drive-in. That was legit.
That sounds cool. Yeah, Onward looks cool, and Soul looks cool. So I'm excited.
I haven't seen Soul. I have to look that one up.
Soul's the one. I think it has Chris Pratt in it. If I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Questlove.
I have to look it up. I don't even know.
So it's like what is it? It's like, oh, this guy he's going to do he's getting his like big break. He's a jazz musician. He's getting this big break and he falls through a manhole and he dies. And then
damn.
Yeah, he dies and then like he's in like the like soul area. It's supposed to be similar to Inside Out.
Huh.
Like he's gonna be in the soul world and I guess maneuvering around that.
I gotta look that up. What I did, I gotta look the trailer up, but the trailer that I did see today, I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen any.
The Ghostbuster one?
I haven't seen the Ghostbusters and I haven't seen the Wonder Woman one.
Dude, I forgot about Wonder Woman. But Ghostbusters looks so good, man. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like nostalgic. The kid from Stranger Things is on there, I think.
Yeah, what's his name? Wow, Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, he's on there. What's his name? Ant-Man's in there. Paul Rudd.
Oh, nice.
So it's really good, man. It just, I don't know. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be one of those '80s nostalgic throwback, but I guess now in the 2020s, I guess. And that one was legit. And then Wonder Woman, man. Wonder Woman in 1984 with Blue Monday, dude. A remix of Blue Monday on the whole trailer was legit, dude. I mean, it's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman #1 was really good. So I have high hopes for #2.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was great.
From the trailer, I think it's gonna be legit, man. I think she's the equivalent of Captain America for DC, both on obviously in the comic books, but also in the movies, man. Like, what was Captain America? The Winter Soldier, that was the second one, right?
Yeah.
And you would argue that it was probably better than the first one.
It is better than the first. I don't love the first. I don't really like Captain America: First Avenger, but love Winter Soldier.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know, man. This one just has a lot going for it right now, man. The 1984, the whole theme, what they're talking about that's going to happen during it. So I don't know. I'm just excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Cheetah. Honestly, I want to see how they make her look. I did watch the Black Widow trailer.
Oh yeah, that one was good too.
I liked it a lot.
What do you think about Taskmaster, man? Everybody hating on his mask.
What? Nah, man. I mean, what do you want? You want the comic like?
I want
that was the dumb in the world.
Harvey Dent face to have, but like both ways. You know what I'm saying?
That would like if he did his normal mask, it would look bad in the world that they've created. It would look stupid, but I like how it looks like a tactical.
What are you talking about? The world that they created? They have Ultron in the world that they created. They have Ultron.
Yeah,
they have
like
a guy.
He didn't look like a cartoon.
They had Red Skull. They had Red Skull.
That Taskmaster mask looks like a cartoon. It does. I'm not gonna lie. I like it in the comics.
Red Skull. Thanos.
Oh, come on. No, Thanos is good. They give him he's got good
and you're telling me they can't do the same thing for Taskmaster?
It doesn't have to be the same. It looks cool I like the tactical mask type thing.
Somebody said that he looks like one of those guys who takes paintballing a little too seriously.
He kind of does. Not a bad thing, though. He looked good. I'm excited to see what's up with that. My man Angel's in the chat. What's up? What's up, Angel? How's it going?
I wasn't I wasn't excited at all about Black Widow, but after the trailer, I'm not excited about it, but I'm willing to go see it at the movie
It
theaters.
looks good considering. Isn't it the only release we're getting from them that year, or
No.
is that also Shang-Chi?
No, we're getting another one in November. I don't know if it's Shang-Chi. Isn't it Black Panther?
Releases? No, they haven't even dated it yet. I don't believe. All right, here they changed it. So here, let me see.
Oh, that's true. I remember them changing it.
Oh wait, no, this is an old article. All right, hold on. Here we go. So upcoming. Oh, we're getting Eternals.
That's right.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, and I'm sitting on a stash of Eternals comics, so I'm waiting for that trailer to hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I could dump some of them on eBay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that seems cool. I think I'm more excited for Shang-Chi and Doctor Strange. But they also stuck in the middle. Black Panther 2 they put in May 6, 2022, so that's at the very end, and then they slated the third Spider-Man movie for July 16th, 2021.
Man, I feel like Phase 4 is like just a intermission almost, man. Like we're going back in time with Black Widow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Eternals is like completely new, like completely out of nowhere. They haven't introduced them in any movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, like a reboot almost. I don't know, but I'm excited, man. I mean, Marvel hasn't messed up yet, so.
No, yeah. I mean, their worst film is probably
Don't you say it? Don't you
what?
say it? Thor
Dark World.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Thor Dark. I mean, I like Thor. Thor 1 is fun.
Yeah, Thor 1. What about what was the third one? Yeah, the third one, Ragnarok, was legit.
Love Ragnarok. Ragnarok's top 5.
Yeah, but man, that second one, dude.
That second one's bad, man.
Who was the director on that, man?
Alan Taylor, I think. Yeah. He's one of the directors for he's one of the directors for I think he directed a couple episodes of Game of Thrones.
Season 8?
Yeah. No. It was like one of the earlier seasons.
It's like, man, 2 misses.
Yeah, man. I believe they had Patty Jenkins first.
For Thor 1?
For Thor 2.
Oh,
man, dude. They had Patty Jenkins and
can you imagine her with Jane Foster, man?
Dude, that would have been amazing. Well, that was the thing is that
she would have made it Thor. She would have made it Thor right there.
That's the reason why Natalie Portman came back was because of Patty Jenkins. But when they let go of Patty Jenkins, she kind of just stopped caring, and she was like, "I'm done." And that's why she's so bad in Thor: Dark World.
Man,
but I mean, we got Patty Jenkins doing Wonder Woman, so even better.
Yeah, everything led to her doing the DC Wonder Woman, so I'm okay with it. I mean, we got a dud of a movie, on Marvel side, so it's worth it.
Yeah,
Marvel can take it. They're big boys. They make billions of dollars off of each movie. So.
Okay, and then also next year we're getting Falcon and Winter Soldier in fall 2020.
Yeah, but but Falcon and Winter Soldier is Disney Plus.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying all the.
So you're considering it the same thing?
I'm just considering it it's gonna all tie in. I mean, I think I think it's a risky move that Kevin Feige is doing, but I think you're gonna have to watch the shows in order to understand what's going on with the full story. Maybe not so much with Captain America, with Falcon and Winter Soldier, but even then it could because he's Captain America now. So,
hey, do you know exactly what's going on with the Hulk? Because apparently,
well, Universal still not Universal. Paramount still has the distribution rights,
so they can't do a single Hulk movie, right?
No, they have to put him in a movie.
How do they say? Why hasn't it reverted back to him yet? That's a real question.
They're just waiting for the
rights to revert. I'm gonna check.
I think that's all it is.
I'm gonna check to see what happens.
Yeah, my man, one of my friends I have known for a long ass time. He's in the chat right now. My man Angel. I've been knowing him since middle school.
Wow, what's going on, man?
It's his first time watching us go live. So appreciate you.
Is he a WWE or
he's MMA a wrestling guy? He's a wrestling guy. I'm not sure if he's an MMA fan, but I know he's a wrestling guy. He watched it with his 2 sons. So, we're gonna be getting into that, and actually pretty soon. Yeah, I just wanted. Only reason I was bringing up the Disney Plus because I was wondering what was coming next. Because once Mandalorian's over, we're not gonna get anything on Disney Plus for a while.
What are we getting? Well, that's not true because we're gonna get some of those. Like Black Panther should be coming on there. I think at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we'll be getting those. The ones that once they revert off of
off of Netflix.
Yeah, we'll be getting those, but like we're not gonna be getting because after Mandalorian's over, Mandalorian 2 is barely filming. Obi-Wan's barely filming. So it's gonna be a while before we get another Star Wars thing, and then we have Falcon and Winter Soldier.
When does WandaVision and when does what's the other one?
So the way that it goes right now is 1 second. All right, so the way that it is right now is WandaVision is spring 2021. Same thing as Loki. Same thing as What If, which is probably my most anticipated one.
What If?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
And then Hawkeye is fall 2021. I'm excited for that too.
Damn, dude. So we're a ways out, man.
Yeah, and then they haven't dated these yet, but you still have Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk.
Okay. So yeah, those are still coming, but it's gonna be a while.
But the thing is, like there in that spring 2021, so it's two things: spring 2021, and then summer 2021 is What If.
So there's nothing in 2020.
Just Falcon and Winter Soldier.
And that's like May or something.
That's fall.
Oh shit, dude!
That's what I'm saying, man.
They're not. I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up their subscribers, dude.
Yeah, they might not be, but I think once they get going. See, the thing is that they don't have the reason why people sign up for Netflix is because it had all this other stuff. I think they have to start putting some of those. Well, no, they do have the Fox stuff on there, but putting the rated R Fox stuff on there, man.
Yeah, they have. You
have Alien, you have Predator.
Avatar, you have Avatar.
They have Avatar on there, but they just they want to be non-rated R.
They do?
Yeah, they don't want any rated R stuff on the stuff. That's probably all going to go on Hulu.
Oh crap! That makes sense.
Don't forget, like Hulu has Disney owns Hulu, and that's why you get the three.
I mean, that makes sense if you think about it, man.
Yeah, like it does, but you're not gonna think about some of the best things that are on Netflix. Right now, or back then, House of Cards. That's a rated R show. Love that show. Don't like Kevin Spacey anymore, but that's a great show. But it's rated R. Same thing with Orange is the New Black and other things. I'm trying to think of other shows.
But now they're switching over to Stranger Things, stuff like that.
Yeah, they're going a little bit more, but they also have the Millarverse.
Which one?
All the Frank Miller verse.
You're talking about the circle. What is it called? The circle, not the circle. The
having a bunch of stuff coming out.
The King's Guard. What was it called? What was it?
No, you mean Umbrella Academy?
No, well that one was cool too. That was cool. No, I'm talking about what's that show that movie? What's that movie called? Not the Golden Circle. The one with where they're in England and it's a secret like a Secret Service kind of deal, but oh man, what's the name? Kingsman. Yeah, Kingsman.
Yeah. They don't have that yet on there.
Well, yeah, but that's part of the Miller
universe.
Yeah, so that's coming too.
So the first thing that Netflix has announced with Frank Miller, because they have that deal, is Cursed. It's a 10-episode order. The premise is Cursed is described as a reimagining of the Arthurian legend told through the eyes of Nimue, a teenage heroine with a mysterious gift who is destined to become the powerful and tragic Lady of the Lake. After her mother's death, she finds an unexpected partner in Arthur, a young mercenary in a quest to find Merlin and deliver an ancient sword. Over the course of her journey, Nimue will become a symbol of courage and rebellion against the terrifying Red Paladins and their complicit King Uther. Netflix has described the series as a coming-of-age story whose themes are familiar to our own time. The obliteration of the natural world, religious terror, senseless war, and finding the courage to lead in the face of the impossible. And they've actually casted people already. Catherine Langford as Nimue. If you watch 13 Reasons Why, she is the main character.
I don't watch that.
Devin Terrell. Oh, did you see Knives Out? She's in Knives Out.
No, I want to see that movie, man. It's getting so much. Did you watch The Irishman?
No, I don't have 3 hours. I can't just sit down for 3 hours somewhere. Hard.
Dude, I'm on my second viewing, dude.
Dude, I don't know how you do it.
Well, I mean, this second viewing, I'm trying not to watch it all in one sitting. So I'm like 30 minutes here, 40 minutes there.
Mm-hmm.
It's your boy said, "What do we think of the Joker?"
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god, dude!
I know. I'm a horrible movie goer because I never have time to go to the movies, man. I work 60 hours a week. It's hard.
Yeah, man, but you gotta make time, man. You gotta make time.
Well,
gotta make time.
When people start paying me, which that's coming soon, when people start paying me, I'll go watch more movies. But until then, I can't do it. I
think we need to do a thing where we go watch movies. I mean, it doesn't have to be like just us two. Like we can invite other people, and then like if I don't go, you can still go. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just every Sunday. It's like a movie meetup kind of deal. Yeah, because I get a lot of that stuff where oh man, I don't have nobody to watch it with, or my girl doesn't want to go watch that, or whatever. Yeah, and it just kind of pushes you back. So I just wait till it comes out on Netflix or whatever. But I want to go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with my brother and my cousin, and it was really cool watching it with them because they're both into it.
I'm waiting for it to get on PlayStation to rent, and then I'll watch it.
That one was legit too. I thought the Joker was great, man. You were disappointed?
Angel says he was disappointed. That's interesting. It's interesting.
I thought it was great, man. I thought it was great. I think if it doesn't win awards, I'm gonna be surprised because it's a movie that should probably win some awards. I don't know exactly which ones. Joaquin Phoenix did a phenomenal job. He should be in the conversation as best actor.
He'll probably be nominated.
I don't know, man. A comic book movie, man. That'd be
Heath Ledger won for best supporting.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if he wins as a Joker too. That means that's the only character.
Yeah, but Joaquin would be going for best leading.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, so what's his name was? Yeah.
Because Heath Ledger was supporting.
Yeah. So he was legit. I mean, but there wasn't a lot of others in there that could be potential to get any awards, man. Besides, I mean, I don't know, screenplay maybe, but it's not original, so it'd be adapted screenplay.
Adapted.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an original.
Adapted, and I heard. I mean, it could be on best film if people like dig it. You can put 10. You can put 10 films in best film category. That's the bright side.
They're gonna go with Irishman or something like that. Dude, did you see how many Golden Globe nominations Irishman got?
Too many.
Why too many?
I don't know.
The one that didn't get one was the one that I thought maybe he should have got one, which was Robert De Niro, dude. He didn't get a nomination.
You think he should have? Because I mean, everyone that I can't talk because I haven't seen the movie, but everyone I've heard is saying that the standouts Pesci and that Pacino is a close second for their favorite parts of the film.
Now, see, and the way I look at it is Pesci's still number one. He did really good in this movie, man. Al Pacino, he was getting close to those.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to look at that guy? His Every Given Sunday or whatever.
Yeah, there's the guy who does I watch. He does a great Al Pacino because he's just like, okay.
So
what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean he was getting close to that. He did better though. But De Niro did really, really good, man. Because I don't know, man. You have to watch it, but there's like just so many things pulling him in different directions, and he does really well. Like I get it too. Like he probably didn't get nominated because there was that CGI stuff where they had to like make him look younger,
de-aging.
And maybe that was part of it, I guess. But as far as the parts when it's him without the de-aging, I mean, he was legit, dude. He was legit.
All right, well, I'll try to set some time aside. I'm gonna have to watch it in spurts, probably.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you're behind. The Joker, you're behind. Irishman. I mean, if you really look at it, you could knock all of it out in one day.
I don't have a whole day like that. I don't think you realize my schedule. No, I will try to find time to do. The Irishman. The Irishman I can probably get done before we record next, which is we're gonna aim for Sunday. And Once Upon a Time is up there, man. Like Once Upon a Time, I probably will see soon because once it gets on PlayStation, man, it's smooth sailing because I can just rent it for like $5 and do it. I think we're gonna do it this past weekend, but
dude, it should already be on there though, man.
It probably is. I just haven't
because it just came out this week, I think.
Yeah, so it probably is on there. I just haven't watched it yet. But I watched that one soon. That one's up there for me. But then again, it's like what? That's another 3 hours.
Yeah, but they're worth it, dude.
I know. I love Tarantino's one of my favorite directors.
December 10th. December 10th is when you can start renting it.
Okay, so tomorrow.
So tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, because I think you can buy it right now. I'm not gonna buy it.
I think I might buy it. Well, I don't know, man. I need to go back and buy all the Tarantino stuff, dude.
If I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna buy physical.
Yeah, like the Blu-ray and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm not, because right now I'm just renting them on PlayStation Network and just watching them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't really. I think I bought Inglourious Bastards, but
that's my favorite Tarantino movie.
Dude, there's so many like legit scenes. The freaking farmhouse with the milk
opening scene,
and then the
scene with
the 30 fingers.
Yeah, the scene with
Fassbender.
Love Fassbender.
Yeah, and then the other one where she's sitting down eating that bread, and that guy comes up and she's she
recognizes him.
Yeah, that one, dude. That one was good too. I don't know, man. It's just so many good parts in them. That's why I like it. That's why I bought it.
Yeah.
But Tarantino has a bunch of movies, dude. Like, I mean, dude, Kill Bill to me too is one of my favorite.
1 and 2. You gotta combine them. You gotta combine them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, man, they should have just done it all. Now with 3-hour movies, they should have just done it all together as Kill Bill.
Should have. Yeah.
With the intermission, that would have been dope.
Yeah. I think 1's probably still my favorite. Out of those two, I think it's probably 1, because I love that battle with the crazy 88s.
Yeah, dude, that's so legit, dude.
Crazy.
I don't know, man. The whole thing is pretty good to me. But other than that, man, I mean, stop biting your nails.
Shut it, Angel.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't think you'd be disappointed in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It is a long movie, but it's worth it. It's well worth it. Joker's a long movie too. Also well worth it, at least in my point of view. Your boy.
Yeah,
Angel,
and I'll probably have to hide the razors because I heard it's super depressing.
It is, man. It's like my brother watched it and he's like, I don't know why I'm depressed when I walk out of the movie theater. And I started laughing. I hadn't seen it. He saw it before me, but then when I saw it, I was like, okay, I get it. Like, it's just, what are we as a society? You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we've been talking a lot of movies. Let's jump into some of this wrestling stuff. So I was telling you before we got on that both WWE and AEW right now are stacking up their December 18th cards, which is next Wednesday. I'm not sure why. Don't think there's really a reason. I just think that.
So you said WWE and who?
And AEW
are both doing one show on December 18th. Against each other, right?
They're competing. So we have. I'll go with the AEW side first because it's not as jam packed as the NXT card's going to be. But we're getting Jericho defending his AEW World Championship against Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Luke Perry's son.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that guy. You said he's good too, right?
He's great. He's great in the ring. Yeah. However, for a company that says they're going to put more emphasis on wins and losses, I sent you a picture of Jungle Boy's record. Do you remember what that picture had?
0-10 or something.
0-8. He hasn't won a championship. He hasn't won a match, and he's all of a sudden getting a championship match. The exact same thing that WWE haters complain about WWE is that people get.
We talked about that, right? We literally talked about that like an episode ago.
Yes, we did, and it's because. But now this is the legit one. I think we were talking about with Riho and Emi Sakura, but that was more about story. Why was this person getting a story? Why was this person getting one? Because I don't understand the storyline. This is one where I'm like, why is he getting a championship match when he hasn't won a match yet? Like, let him win a match first. Like, what is it? Because what is to me, I think it's because they want to do the whole Darby Allin with Chris Jericho thing, where they put Darby Allin up against Chris Jericho and Chris Jericho turned him into a star. The thing is, we already know how good Jungle Boy is in the ring. We don't need another match with someone just for him to lose. We need him to get wins now. So,
what if I'm just throwing this out there, man? What if it's one of those deals where everyone knows he's gonna lose because he hasn't won, right? Like that's the whole thing. But what if he wins? right? What if he wins? Hold on. What if he wins by a fluke or by luck or by DQ, whatever? But he wins, and then the story is he knows he got it by fluke, so he does everything possible not to defend it, and just runs away. And just runs away with it.
He wouldn't do that though. His character right now is that he's a fighter. He wants to fight, and I just.
But how does this happen? How does how does
this? So this is the
match get made? Whenever you're looking at the record and they're in the room and they say, all right, we're gonna put him up against Jungle Boy, and nobody says, hey, he hasn't won anything. How are we gonna have him matched up against Jericho?
This is why AEW hurt themselves when they said that they were going to focus more on wins and losses and not as much on storyline, because this is a storyline match. This happened all because of storyline, because Chris Jericho came out with a list of people he said he wasn't going to defend against. He had a whole bunch of people on it. He said he wasn't going to defend against dinosaurs, which is Luchasaurus. And Jungle Boy came out and said he's not on that list, so he's going to go ahead and he wanted a match, and Jericho gave it to him. But that's all storyline. Man, that's all. You literally said you weren't going to do that.
That's Mayweather. That's Mayweather picking the guys he wants to fight.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, this works. This is perfectly fine if you don't add in the fact that AEW said they weren't going to do this. They were going to focus on wins and losses, and that's why I think they should have stayed away from that. They should have never said that. They shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. This isn't MMA. MMA barely pays attention to wins and losses sometimes. But come on, like this is ridiculous. You hurt yourself, and now people are talking about this match, and I am like, I don't really care.
So, that's what I'm saying. How's the community taking it?
They haven't really been talking about it. They're ignoring it. They're doing a WWE thing, and they're ignoring the criticism. So I think they're realizing it's a lot harder to run to do a weekly television show.
They're barely figuring it out.
Yeah,
after all those millions been spent.
Yeah. So the next match that we're going to be getting, which is one I'm super excited for, is Santana and Ortiz taking on the Young Bucks in a street fight. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. I would probably main event with that match.
So a street fight, can you tell us what that means specifically? Because it's not no rules or no holds barred, right? It's different.
And it's just anything goes, really. You could you use any weapon. You can take it outside the ring. No countouts, no disqualifications. But the match has to win via pinfall or submission inside the ring. So no matter where you go, you got to end the match in the ring. Unless they change it like last minute and they say falls count anywhere, because in falls count anywhere, you can pin wherever. And then NXT for their stack card, they're doing Rhea Ripley taking on Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship match, which if you don't know, when the first time that Rhea Ripley had a match against Shayna ran, if I'm not mistaken. She couldn't handle it. This is the first woman that really Shayna had to kind of run away from. And you already know that you already know how I feel about Rhea. Rhea became a star at Survivor Series. So
yeah, I remember.
I could see them putting the strap on her. I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it on Shayna though.
So who are you calling though? Which one you calling?
I'm gonna say Shayna because I think Dakota Kai is gonna get involved somehow.
Yeah, I feel like Shayna's gonna keep it just because I feel like they're keeping her there for a reason. She should be up at the big show already.
She should, but I think they're gonna make NXT is gonna be a big show because and then one thing we talk about is Tommaso Ciampa. He actually said that before they were gonna call him up to the main roster before he got hurt again, but when he came back, he basically told Triple H that if he got moved to the main roster, he would retire because he said his body can't handle that schedule. The amount because they work every day basically.
Yeah,
they work 6 days a week.
It's more of a grind.
Yeah, he said he can't handle it. He knows that his words were, he said that if he went to the main roster, he'd probably have about 4 months left or 6 months left, and then he'd have to retire. Whereas if he can space that out with the NXT schedule, he said he thinks he can get 4 more years out. He's 37, I believe. He's not young. He's an older guy. He's put his body. That's a big problem with coming up through NXT and coming up from the Indies is that you destroy your body on the Indies for so many years. When you finally get caught up to the big show, get caught up to WWE, your body's hurt, your body's banged up, can't go as much, man. Like so, I think Tommaso Ciampa doing that shows that I think they're gonna start making NXT more of a legit show, putting more I think the first place it's gonna show up is in the pay. I think guys on the NXT roster are going to start getting paid like guys on SmackDown and Raw, especially considering like they can get paid. They can get paid more than like the jobbers. Like why not? But they don't right now. NXT still has I think people on NXT still have a smaller paycheck than like the guys that are.
Well, I mean, they're still considered the minor leagues, man, until they become the big show or equivalent to the big shows when they should start asking for that money. But once they start asking for that money, NXT is going to start asking for that schedule. So it's kind of be careful what you wish for.
I think, but I think with Triple H running, it's a little bit different. Triple H knows. Because as we've seen with NXT going to USA, everyone was worried about NXT going to USA, and it's still been great as you normally as we just get 2 hours every week now, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Just real quick, the other match that we're getting is because this week we're having a triple threat match, which is going to be Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, and Finn Balor in a triple threat match to determine who the number one contender will be. And that person will face Adam Cole on that December 18th card for the NXT Championship. I'm going Keith Lee because I think plans changed. I don't think Vince and Triple H were expecting Keith Lee to get over like he did at Survivor Series. And I think the best thing to do is maybe pull the trigger. He doesn't have to necessarily win the title, but I think he should definitely get the shot. It makes more sense to me.
Yeah, man. I mean, if he has this buzz going right now, this momentum, then take advantage of it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I would do is I would actually have probably Keith Lee taking on Adam Cole, and then the Undisputed Era gets involved, causing some kind of not a disqualification, but more like a distraction.
Yeah.
And then I would put Keith Lee I would have Keith Lee go up against Roddy and win the North American title instead of the NXT Championship. I think the story has to be Tommaso getting the gold. And I would like to see that happen maybe WrestleMania weekend. Elijah, stop.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it.
Sorry. He's playing. He's had this fascination with the dog's bowl. Like he keeps grabbing the dog's bowls.
Oh, it happens.
But yeah, so yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun couple weeks.
Angel said he thought you would have gone with Finn Balor.
I normally would have, but right now Keith Lee is hot right now. You got to go with Keith.
That's what's hot right now.
He's limitless. He wants everyone to bask in his glory, and I think if he's doing what he's doing on the if he did what he did on Survivor Series, continue like putting him up against Roman Reigns like as the two sole survivors, and basically Roman Reigns giving him the rub. That's like getting a rub from John Cena. That's like when John Cena gave Velveteen Dream the rub and saying that if he could, because they asked John Cena if he could wrestle anybody on the NXT roster, who would it be? And he said Velveteen Dream, and like that's a big thing. You know, like you have to realize that Vince listens to that.
Hey, so real quick, man, a little bit off topic, but what's going on with Luke Harper? They released him?
Yeah, well, he's been asking for his release for a while, and they finally gave it to him. Same with Sin Cara. He was asking for his release. They gave it to him. The Ascension, they were not asking for their release, but they still gave him one. So right now, as they're cleaning time, there's gonna be a bunch of feature endeavors coming up. I think down the pike. I'm nervous for a few guys. Like I believe
that's what I was gonna ask you. Who's on the chopping block, and then who's also been asking for the release?
All right. So I'm trying to think. If I'm EC3, that's the big one. EC3, guy from Impact. He was fantastic in Impact, but when he came to WWE, because he was a WWE guy, came up in the original NXT. He got fired. He went to Impact and became a star over there in Impact, and so he finally made his way back to WWE. And just hasn't done much. They haven't let him do anything. Like it's not even his fault; it's their fault. but I could see him possibly getting his papers. But I never understood why EC3 doesn't get the love that he should get, because he's what Vince wants. He was raised in, he came up in their system, brought up in their system, so he knows the WWE style. He's a big guy, big strong guy. Doesn't do a bunch of flippy flips, which Vince doesn't like. Vince doesn't dislike him, but he doesn't want you to do it like that. But he likes the big meathead guys, and that's what EC3 is. Wrestles that kind of style. Wrestles the John Cena style. But yet nothing ever came of him, man. I just don't understand it. So I could see him getting the boot, and I don't know what will happen. I think Luke Harper is destined to go to AEW. Sin Cara is probably going to end up going to AAA or CMLL. The Ascension, I'm not sure about the Ascension. They were really big in NXT, and then the main roster just had no idea what to do with them.
You know, it would be interesting if NXT signed them as a signing, and then that would kind of play into it's a big league, we're our own thing. And
who, EC3?
No, Ascension.
Oh, the Ascension? Oh, it'd be great, man, because they were fantastic in NXT.
But you know what I mean? You know how that would play? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they got cut from WWE. Well, we poached them because we're a separate entity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Like when what's her name? When Stephen when Shane bought WCW.
And then he was trying to run it over there.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our little cut right here. So in 3, 2, 1, boom, that's a cut. All right, let's jump into our second half of the show. Let's jump into some UFC, man. We've been missing it a couple weeks now without it, and I'm telling you, man, I'm happy to have it back. And what a way to bring it back with this card.
Well, I felt like a fiend. It's funny because whenever we're in the middle of like an 8-week back-to-back UFC, I'm like, oh man, when will it stop? When will it stop? And the 1 week it goes your way, you're like, what's going on, man? The world is not the same. What are we doing here?
That's what they do, man. They freaking they keep giving you, they get you addicted, and then they take it away and you start dying. But exactly. What a way to come back. Just the first fight, just off the bat. Just want to talk about this. Mahmoud Muradov.
Mm-hmm.
That was an impressive knockout. I didn't get his mouthpiece.
Oh, really? I didn't get a chance to watch that fight. Did hear good things about it. So now that you're saying it's a good fight, I'm gonna go back and watch it just to be on the safe side to see what this guy's about.
Definitely, man. Muradov, dude, he was basically just working him the whole time, working the body, the entire first 2 rounds, and then that third round. Caught him a couple times. I think he actually got caught once. Muradov got caught once, but he like laughed it off and like told him like, "Yeah, let's go." And then he just like a couple minutes later, he knocked him out.
So he's a fighter, man. He's a real one.
This guy's gonna be cool. This light heavyweight,
205. Wow, yeah. And that division needs some heat.
Yeah, man. So this would be interesting to see what they do with him. I mean, I think he's an up and comer. I think when I was looking at his record, that this was his first fight. Or no, it was his second fight in the UFC. And he won his first one. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go with him. Whereas Trevor Smith, I think, lost like his last 2 or 3.
So he's going to start going up that early prelims fight card, maybe at the top of it next time.
Definitely. And then the last one on the early prelims, neither of us watched, but someone we know, Mallory Martin, getting the rub here at strawweight. And she lost via submission in the second round. But, you could always say UFC jitters. So it's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a thing, man. You've seen it now that you've been watching it more consistently. Yep. But yeah, UFC jitters is a thing. So I don't usually hold the first fight against them unless it's like a really, really bad showing where they're like not supposed to, like that Gifford guy, when that Gifford guy got beat post to post. Remember?
Oh, yeah, man.
Like that, it's his first fight. That guy shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go back and watch that one too. It's just 2 fights that I gotta watch. But I'll let you know if it's
I'll watch it.
If it's a bad showing from her,
Yeah, I want to watch it because I want to see how she looks. Because she was dominant in her Dana White Contender Series fight. She basically wrestled her to the ground. But thing is, when you're a wrestler and you're taking on a jiu-jitsu practitioner, like
That's
you're
where they're
kind of at a
going.
disadvantage. Yeah, you're kind of disadvantaged.
Yep.
But so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I did not know she was married to Jerron Wynn.
To who?
Marilyn Martin is married to Jerron Wynn.
Yeah, Darren Wynn.
Darren Wynn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't realize that. It's pretty cool.
I didn't know they were married, but I knew that they were together. I don't know.
Yeah, they're married.
We got some what is it called? Couples love in this one because Kunitskaya is I don't know if they're married or dating Thiago Santos.
Oh wait, no.
And
Santos or Alves?
No, Thiago Santos. You know Thiago Santos, the guy that fought John Jones?
Oh yeah.
Kunitskaya. Yeah, he was in the corner and they hugged afterwards, and then like he posted something on Twitter afterwards. So yeah, man, a lot of couples coming out for this fight for some reason, this fight card.
All right. Let's go into the prelims. I just caught some highlights of this one. Joe Solecki and Matt Wyman. Joe Solecki basically dominated Matt Wyman for 3 rounds. Matt Wyman was getting mad and getting frustrated at the end of the fight. Was trying to fight Solecki after the
really.
Yeah. So.
Well, he's frustrated, man, because that's going to be his second loss, and he's probably going to get cut on his little mini comeback to the sport. He's just, it just passed him by, man. You know.
Yeah, and this Solecki dude, that was I think he was one of the guys that really stood out in the Contender Series.
Yeah, I remember him too.
The first couple of weeks. So I was expecting big things from him on a lightweight division. That's exciting, and you have an exciting fighter like Solecki. I think the only bad thing is not the bad thing, but the only disappointment is that he didn't finish him.
Yeah, that is somewhat of a disappointment, but Wyman's a tough dude, man. He's hard to finish, so I don't give him any bad marks for that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And then next up, this guy. This guy's hilarious. Bryce Mitchell.
Thug nasty.
Thug nasty Bryce Mitchell getting the win with the twister.
Dude, second time in UFC history. Beautiful submission. I love it. He said the same thing afterwards. He learned it on YouTube. Said, "Thank you, Eddie Bravo." It's the same thing that Korean Zombie said. It's just a nasty, nasty submission, man. A lot of fighters, even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, don't know about it. They don't know how to defend it, and they just let him get caught into it, man. And it was nasty, man. He got it. Like
good.
At first, he had it, and then he readjusted. And when he readjusted, I felt like that dude's ribs were gonna pop out of his skin, dude. So. Thug Nasty, man, he's no joke, man. He's a great up and coming fighter. Has a lot of charisma and attitude and personality, and overall a good guy, with the exception of him being a MAGA guy. But other than that, he seems like a legit dude, and he likes to fight. He called out Floyd Mayweather afterwards, not in the ring, but on social media. He said that if he ever gets to fight Mayweather, he's gonna punch him so hard that he's gonna wake up and actually know how to read. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was funny.
So I'm actually looking at the bonuses for this fight.
He had to win one. He had to win one.
He got one of the performance of the night. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell got it, and Mahmoud Muradov, first fighter.
You have to get that whenever it's only the second time in UFC history it's been pulled off, dude.
Dude, it's crazy.
That submission is actually. If you look at it. That submission should be done more, but people don't know about it, don't know how to do it, because it's really easy when you're on their back. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's easier, and there's a plenty of opportunities every time you get on somebody's back to do it, especially during a scramble. Mm-hmm. So it's just interesting that not a lot of people will take advantage of it. Like for a while, nobody was taking advantage of the Peruvian necktie until somebody figured it out, and then they started doing it. Then the now OSP choke, nobody was doing that choke, and then which is the Von Flue choke, which he only got it once in the UFC or twice, and this guy OSP's got it like 4 times or something crazy like that.
You gotta change the name, right?
You gotta change the name. So yeah, it's just if they don't know it, man, they should take advantage of it, and not a lot of people know the twister or the defense for it. So
I'd never heard of the twister until this. So
yeah, dude, Korean Zombie got it on what's his name? Something Leonardo something. I forgot his name, but he got it on him. I think it wasn't in Houston. It was in San Antonio, I think.
Oh, nice.
But it was legit, man. They're both legit. The legit finishes. They're exciting. When he was getting it, I was jumping and yelling. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it! I can't believe he's letting him do it." And it just looks so stupid because he was just letting his arm go behind his head. Like you don't let Like he was just like, oh, what is he doing? No,
Yeah.
dude, like, he's doing it for a reason.
Bryce Mitchell pulling out the big win, man. I think he's gonna get a big fight next up. I really think he is.
Man, I hope he gets a big fight, or at the very least, he gets some camo Reebok shorts because that man's been asking for them for like 2 years.
That's you now, right?
Yeah, at this point, well, I don't know. I think he's gonna have to get on the main card and get a big win so Reebok can notice him. But I don't know.
He'll get a big win coming up soon. Actually, I'm gonna go and look at some because why not give him like a bottom 15 guy?
I mean, he's ready. He's ready for it. I mean, he can strike, he can grapple, he can do jiu-jitsu and get some submissions. So, yeah, man, put him up there, man. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, and the other thing, dude, his last 3 wins, everyone keeps telling him he has to leave. I think he's from Alabama and go to a bigger fight camp. And his last 3 fights, he's beat 3 of the top fight camps in MMA. He's beat Alpha Male. He's beat the Lions Den, and he beat Jackson Wink, I think, fighters. Damn. So, I mean, why does he need to leave when he's beating these other big fight camps,
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he's not ready, man. The featherweight division, there's a lot of interesting matchups there. You have guys like Arnold Allen. I know he's got a fight coming up, but Bektik, Qatar, a lot of these guys, man. There's a bunch of guys.
Qatar will be good coming off that loss.
Yeah, like you need a win. You just need a win to get back in our good graces. Bryce Mitchell could possibly get a exciting win. I'd be down for it because I like both those guys. So whoever wins out of that would be cool with me.
Yeah, except the guy that loses, you'd be like, damn it.
Yeah, really. All right, next up, featherweight. We have 2 debuting guys from were they both from Dana White's? Because I know Quarantillo is.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they're both Dana White Contender Series guy, which is interesting. This is the first time I've seen that. Putting the two up and comers up against each other, but Quarantillo got the win via submission in the second round. What do you think of this fight?
So, dude, Quarantillo, this dude is legit, man. Like, I don't know, man. I just felt like he was not going to be denied in this fight, dude. He kept coming forward. He was beating him on the feet. And then, like, I don't know, I guess maybe he got rocked a little, or he saw something he didn't like, and he started grappling. And dude, when he started grappling, it was like, I think Joe Rogan did this fight, right? I think Joe Rogan, did he?
What, this past weekend?
Yeah. He did do it, didn't he?
He did?
I don't know. I think he did.
No, I don't think so. I think it was Paul Felder.
Yeah. No,
Cormier, right?
I'm just trying to remember. Oh, I think it was Cormier. Dude, Cormier was going bananas with the scrambles, dude. Just because he was scrambling, he was getting good positions. He was, I don't know. He just was way better than him on the ground. And he was just putting him in bad spots over and over and over, dude. Till I think he finished him, right? He got a finish or he got a submission, I think.
Submission.
Yeah, dude, until he got the submission. And the submission was nasty too. At first he had him, I think he was trying to get a armbar, and then the guy did the defense for it where you spin around, and he spun around, but he spun around right into a triangle.
Oh.
And then he spun into the triangle, and as soon as he clamped that triangle, like he clamped it so tight, dude, and he moved his arm, the dude was tapping, and Quarantillo was telling the ref, like, hey, look, this guy's tapping, and then he let go, dude. It was legit. It was a legit win. I want to see more of that guy. I want to see him get pushed because he was legit, dude. He's a legit fighter.
He was a good guy that I was looking at after the Contender Series because that dude was exciting. Him too. He'll be jumping. I think he'll be very quickly going up the rankings in the featherweight division for sure too.
Yep.
I just feel like there's some guys that just haven't been fighting lately, like Brian Hall and Arnold Allen.
It's the end of the year, man, and these cards have been filled up for probably about 4 or 5 months already. So they're trying to look into January and February. So it kind of like extends the time frame for when they fight, which sucks. It sucks for us right now because we've known about these fights forever. But like this weekend's card, dude, is so stacked. Like we can't complain. Like we haven't seen Arnold Allen. Yeah, we haven't seen these guys. But we're about to get a super card with everybody we want to see on it.
Yeah, and the week after we're getting speaking of featherweights, like we're getting Korean Zombie next week.
Yeah, and then January sets up real nice with a bunch of awesome fights. February sets up real nice with a bunch of awesome fights. So Yeah, it's just a little low right now because we've known like the buildup for Usman and Covington has been for like 3 months already. You know what I mean? So
I'm
it
ready
feels
to
like
get done with it.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like we're like, all right, can these guys fight already? But we're getting Usman versus Covington. You know, we get to put that behind us, see who's the real guy, and see what that division does. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just a little low, man, which is weird, but it'll get better. And as we go into next year, we're gonna have a bunch of badass fights coming up, man.
For sure. We'll talk about that card in depth before we get off tonight.
Yeah.
So at welterweight, we have another submission. What is it, the fourth submission of the night?
Yeah.
Tim Means
Versus
submitting Thiago Alves.
Did you see that fight?
No, I didn't.
Oh man.
Thiago
So this is a fight that needs to be. Remember, I told you back in the day, like last year, a year ago, maybe a month ago, I don't know, that they need to make like a seniors division in the UFC, man, because that's what this fight was. Both of these guys are veterans. I think Thiago Alves has been around for going on over 10 years now in the UFC at a high level, and he's a coach now, so he has a bunch of guys in the UFC now that he coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this dude is still to this day, dude. His kicks are ridiculous, dude. He got Tim Means with one body kick, and his foot was imprinted on the side of his ribs. And Paul Felder goes, "Yeah, us pasty white guys, it looks a lot worse than it is." And Daniel Cormier is like, "Nah, man, that would be bad on anybody," because it was like a baseball bat hitting him in the ribs, dude. Damn. And Alves was winning this fight, dude. Alves was winning this fight, piecing him up, hurting him, kicking his legs, kicking his body. And then they get into an exchange, and Alves is out of place, out of position. And this is what I'm saying, man. This game is so difficult. He was out of position. He had just like thrown a little flurry, and his feet weren't set right. And Tim Means comes with this little awkward left straight, and it catches him flush and it knocks him down. And then Means jumps on top of him, starts throwing punches, and then he's like, "Well, this isn't gonna work. Like, I'm not gonna be able to like fully put him out. So let me tap him." So he puts a guillotine on him, and that's it. Game over.
Damn.
Was it a guillotine or it was a rear naked? I think it might have been a rear naked, but he used him being hurt to get the submission. So I don't think that's a legit submission. I think it's more like the guy was hurt and you just wanted to end the fight, so you got a submission. It still counts, but it's not my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was better than this guy. This guy was hurt and I took advantage.
All right. Let's jump into the main card now. This is actually fight of the night. It was rewarded fight of the night. Rob Font taking on Ricky Simon.
Man.
Interesting fight, man. This was really like back and forth. I thought it was like back and forth. It was pretty close, but Rob Font getting the win. I thought he won. I thought he won too.
I thought he won. Like, remember in this fight, I legit used that method that I used. Who would I rather be at the end of the round?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be Rob Font at the end of the rounds, man, because it was going back and forth, but I just felt like he was getting more damage on Simone, and he was winning some scrambles and stuff like that. So yeah, I picked him, and I don't know, man. That was just a well matchup. Like, they were kind of even, and just Font just had just a little bit more juice,
Yeah, man.
But it was a good fight. It was a good fight, though.
Unfortunate for Ricky Simon, though, man. Like, first losing to Uriah Faber.
But that's on him, though, bro. Like,
I mean, it is.
He should have beat Uriah Faber. In all honesty, he should have beat Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber is a shell of himself right now. He's not that guy anymore. But he came in there overconfident, like he was gonna dominate, and instead of just picking him apart and slowing, like waiting till Faber gassed out because he was gonna gas out, he tried to come at him and he got rocked, man, and that's what happens.
Yeah. Well, now he's on a 2-fight losing streak now. Let's see what's next for Ricky Simon. Rob Font getting a good win here, good hard-fought win. So we'll see him coming up down the line. The first of 2 draws. Cody Stamann taking on Song Yadong.
Yeah, this fight was weird too, man. Did you watch it? You didn't watch this fight?
I was glancing back and forth at it, and every time I was watching, Stamann was winning.
Well, yeah, but Song Yadong had some good wrestling in there, good clinch work. Remember, you liked Song Yadong from the China card.
Yeah,
you wanted to see more of him because he knocked that dude out, right?
Yeah, I picked him to win.
But he just, I don't know, man. I felt like whenever he had success in the fight, he wouldn't follow it up. He would just be like, "Okay, I did good," and then back up and let
start being aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. He stopped being aggressive, and I think that cost him, man. And it didn't. Luckily for him, it didn't cost him a loss, but it cost him the win. Like he didn't get the win; he got a draw.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I felt like it was a deserved draw. This one.
Yeah, we're running it back.
They should. I think they should. I think if both of them fix what was wrong, they'll win. I mean, if Song Yadam becomes more aggressive and when he hurts him or when he's having success with something and he continues to do it, he should win that fight pretty handily.
Yeah. We'll see what happens going forward. They're both ranked, so this is why it's interesting. Is because, sorry, 1 second. Bantamweight, yeah. So Staman's 9 and Yadong's 13. And then you have Rob Font right there, number 10.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Run it back. Why not? I don't think neither of them are getting a championship fight anytime soon. So why not run it back and try to get that? I guess try to get revenge for the draw.
We'll see, man. UFC doesn't like to book draws.
Yeah,
they don't have any draw clauses in their contracts. We'll see, man. I mean, there's a bunch of guys in the division that we can watch them fight. They're good fighters, man. They're good fighters. That's why they're ranked where they're ranked, because they have some holes in the game, and they need to fix those holes before they get to the top of the division.
Yeah, because that bantamweight, man, it can sneak up on you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to the women's bantamweight fight. Aspen Ladd taking on Yana Kunitskaya, and
yes.
Aspen looked a lot better in this fight. Thank God.
They look a lot better. They had to baby her this whole fight camp to make sure, basically to make sure that she did well.
Fighter,
but she was getting pieced up too, though, man, in a lot of those spots, right? Did you see what happened in between rounds?
No.
So, dude, there's this thing going on because in between the last round, the second and third round, right before she got the finish, her coach came up to her and was like, you need to get in there and kick ass and take names. And, there's like basically like lighting a fire under her ass, but there was no technical advice. There was no follow up your left hook with the right straight or your feet or your footwork or whatever. It was just, you need to punch her more. You need to get after her. That's it,
Yeah.
But the good thing for that coach is that she did that, because right after that happened, she came out in the third round and really upped her output rate, and that's kind of what got the finish.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. Like there's a lot of people saying that she has a bad corner, that they're not giving her technical advice, that they're lucky that she did get that finish because she was getting pieced up a lot on the feet by Kunitskaya, which she was, man. Whenever it was on the feet, she was getting, beat up basically because she's just not as good as a striker. But I don't know. What do you think about that, man? You think that's something she needs to change for her corner, or you think it doesn't matter?
I think with the two things that have happened. So first the corner in this fight, and then looking the way she did at her last weigh-in against Durandame, like you gotta assume, like, all right, we gotta do something about this. The corner has to be a problem. Like there has to be something wrong with this. When your fighter looks like that, I gotta look to the corner, like, because your camp, because something didn't go right there.
The corner, the fight camp, the managers, the coaches,
like there's
something there. There's two fights in a row basically.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say she doesn't do it and it goes to decision. She probably maybe loses a decision
or a draw.
And now you're looking at a coach who gave her crap advice in between rounds, and then a fight before that where she looked like death, at the weigh-in. So, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's saying that she's basically lucky, and they're basically lucky that she finished that fight, because if not, there'd be a lot more questions about her coaches and her camp.
Like that Aspen Ladd still loses to Durandame, I think.
Oh yeah. That
Aspen Ladd still loses.
She has such deficiency striking, man, and just being defensive when she strikes. Like she's just not there yet, man. And a top level striker is gonna key off on her because she's just so robotic in there. Like she doesn't know how to flow as far as defensively to block a lot of these fighters, man. A lot of these fighters with good striking.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next one. Stefan Struve taking on Ben Rothwell. Big Ben Rothwell. I picked Big Ben Rothwell in this fight, mostly because I'm not a big fan of Stefan Struve. I never really
What do you got against tall people, man? Ever since I don't know what happened, but I feel you hate tall people.
It's not. I'm not short or anything. It's not like I'm against tall people. No, I don't know. I just didn't care for him. But Big Ben getting the win here. So you said you had some words about this fight?
Well, this was a bullshit fight. First of all, I hate to say it, but it was. Stephen Struve was piecing him up. The whole fight in the first, they finished in the second round, right? Yeah, at the end of the second round. Okay, so in the first round, I think it's the first round, Ben Rothwell kicks the crap out of Stephen Struve's nuts.
Yeah,
and he gets 5 minutes, right?
He almost hit the whole 5 minutes.
I'm sure he did, dude, because it was horrible. It was horrible. And the crowd, we'll talk about the crowd right now too, because the crowd was a separate issue, but it was just horrible, man. So Stephen Struve comes back, they go into the whatever, like he gets back, fighting again. Round ends, next round begins, and then about 3 minutes into the round, Rothwell does it again, but worse. Mm-hmm. I mean, he said his nail chipped off, dude. That's how hard he hit him, and it takes Struve down, and Struve is in a lot of pain, man, like a lot of pain. He said that he felt he was having a baby and fire was coming out, so it was bad. Now, that's bad in itself. This is the second bad point. Mary Gliada was covering his mic to talk to Struve so we wouldn't hear what he was saying. The problem was we could hear every word he was saying.
Yeah.
And he was saying,
get back out there.
You only have a minute and a half left. And then after that, you can call it and it'll be your decision. But if we call it now, it's a no contest. So you fought for nothing. You took 2 low blows for nothing. Take your time, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you got to understand, Struve can't take any coaching while this is going on. You can't take any coaches. You can't talk to coaches. You can't listen to them. You can't. So all he has, and at that point too, like, I feel like you're more vulnerable to be influenced because this is the only person you can talk to. He's a ref. He has power in the ring, and he's telling you to go on and then worry about it after the second round. Yeah. Instead of just saying, hey, man, like, in my opinion, a no contest like that is way more valuable than a loss that he got, because what happened is Struve took Mary Gliada's advice. He came back and he got finished. And the thing is, he got finished. Dude, the way he got finished is he got hit in the stomach. Mm-hmm. And his stomach is already hurting. Yeah, it's already hurting because of 2 fucking low blows. So he takes it, he shows up, and then Mary Gliada steps in there with 3 seconds left in the round. And now Ben Rothwell has a win and Stephen Struve has a loss. So I'm just very frustrated with that fight, how it ended. I'm frustrated with Mary Gliada. I'm frustrated with Stephen Struve. I'm frustrated with Ben Rothwell mostly for not being able to understand that he can't kick higher than Stephen Struve's family jewels. And it just sucks, man. It sucks. It's a bad ending for a fight.
Yeah, it sucks, man. But, it is what it is. Neither guy is going to fight for the championship anytime soon.
I don't know, man. That division is weak right now.
It is, but in a weak division, neither one is ranked. So.
Yeah, that's true. When Stephen Struve hasn't fought, he was semi-retired, so that's why. And he came off a win, I think. So if he would have won this one, he would have had 2 in a row. And he's a big name. So I don't know, whatever, man. The thing about the crowd too, man. The crowd was so crazy, man. I've never seen a crowd react on a dime like that. So what they were? Did you see it or no? You didn't get a chance to see it?
I wasn't. We had the sound off.
So what would happen is when he was down like this, they would be booing. And as soon as he would lift his head up, they would cheer. And like any negative emotion he did, they would boo. And any positive emotion he did, they would cheer. And yeah, dude, I mean, they DC and Paul Felder said the same thing. They never seen something like that, and it was really weird. And then Stephen Struve said after the fight that really threw him off too, because he didn't know what was going on, why they were cheering, why they were booing so fast. Yeah. So it was just really interesting, man. It was just really interesting, and I think it might have had something to do with it too. Like he was thrown off by that. He's thrown off by getting kicked in the balls. He's thrown off by the ref telling him to stay in the fight. It's just a series of unfortunate events, man, is what it was for Struve.
Well, it happens. Sucks. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. I really do. It sucks.
I really don't feel that coming for you because you hate tall people, man. So
don't start that. don't put that out there. All right. Next up, women's strawweight division.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Exactly. Marina Rodriguez taking on Cynthia Calvillo, who actually missed weight by 4.5 pounds.
Again.
The third in 5 fights?
Dude, she sucks.
What's going on? Why has she still got a job?
Because I don't even know, man. She came in there. She was supposed to be a super prospect, and she couldn't make weight, and she's been getting beat up by lesser competition. But she just has, like they said, man, she just has this weird confidence about her that she could beat up anybody, even though she doesn't. And I think that's what keeps her employed, man, you know? And leading up to this whole fight camp, and she hates it because everybody asks her about her weight. And she hates it, and she's mean, and she's rude, and she's like, don't talk about my weight. My weight's on point. It's supposed to be where it's at. I'm fine, whatever.
And then you miss weight.
And then you, but not only miss weight, dude. I mean, you're basically almost closer to the next weight division than you are. So this one
fighting in the flyweight.
Yeah, you know, so I don't know. That's very unprofessional to me. Stop taking fights in that division. You can barely win in that division, so you need to I don't know what you need. You need to make weight and dedicate yourself and figure out how to make weight, or you need to go to a different division and figure out how to get better so that you're not getting bullied by bigger women.
So because I didn't see this fight. So why didn't Marina Rodriguez get the win, or why didn't Calvillo? Because one of the biggest things you've told me is that if you're gonna miss weight, you better at least go out and get the win.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on?
Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying. Who did she fight? Who was the what she fought?
Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah, so this fight, I actually thought Calvillo won. Surprisingly, I thought she won.
Let's see. I'm looking at the statistics. So she landed 112 out of 173 strikes, whereas Marina Rodriguez landed 61 of 145. So that's 65 to 42%. Significant strikes, you have 78 to 130 versus 56 to 140. So that's 60 to 40%. And then three successful takedowns out of 4, whereas Marina Rodriguez attempted 0.
That looks like a win to me, man.
That does look like a win on paper.
Yeah.
So why did this go to a draw? Is it because she missed weight?
I think maybe because she missed weight. I think maybe because I don't know. She just there were some times when Marina Rodriguez was piecing her up a little bit, and it just didn't look good from a judge's perspective. You know, like it looked like she was hurt maybe, and she was trying to hold on. And that's kind of like the rub, I guess, in this fight. It's like Calvillo was winning probably 3/4 of the round, and then the last fourth she was getting rocked. So how do you score that round? You know what I mean? So one judge might say, well, Calvillo had control for 3/4 of the round. I'm gonna give it to her. The other judge might say, man, in this fight, in this round, I would have rather been Rodriguez, right? That's her name, Rodriguez. Yeah, because I was closer to getting the finish, you know. And so it's just the judges which one picked what, and it ended up being that they canceled each other out and they got a draw. So
why do you keep forgetting Marina's name?
I don't know because I didn't think she won, man. And if I don't think she won, then I don't have to remember your name because you're not a winner.
Do you not like Marina's or Rodriguez's? What's your problem?
I started not liking Marina's Rodriguez's in 7th grade.
That sounds like something we got to get into another time.
Another time.
All right. Main event: Jairzinho Rozenstruik taking on Alistair Overeem. And I had Jairzinho winning this fight. I thought it was going to be a lot more lopsided. Well, I guess lopsided in my favor than it was.
It was lopsided, all right.
Lopsided. I think Jairzinho's finally been. He's finally gotten exposed.
I don't believe that though.
You know that he got exposed. I don't think that. I think people are still going to have a hard time beating him because I mean. Alistair Overeem is one of probably the best striker in the heavyweight division. So obviously they're not going to be able to do what they do to Jairzinho. But his first test in the division, or the top of the division, and you know he didn't look great. That's not a great thing to say, but I mean even then you got the knockout. So I can't argue too much because that was a legit knockout.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I feel like. Exposes a big word for this instance because
people aren't going to be as afraid to take a fight with him now. I don't think.
They should be. They
Yeah,
should be.
we did it.
Because not everyone has Overeem's skill set, number one. Not everybody has Overeem's fight IQ, number two. And not everybody has Overeem's aversion to getting hit because he knows he's chinny.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it was a perfect storm for Overeem to dominate this fight, because he was going to use his skill set, which is a better striker than Jairzinho, to stay on the outside, pot shot him, keep him guessing, take him down. He took him down a couple of times, man. They were beautiful takedowns, man. There were some awesome takedowns that Overeem had.
Yeah.
And he just kept him off balance the whole fight, man, and not able to get clean shots on him. And when he started like going off, he would just cover up with that high guard, and he was leaving his body open, and Jairzinho couldn't hurt him to the body. So I don't think, like, if you look at it, who else can do this game plan against Jairzinho? The only one that comes close is the champ, Stipe.
Yeah.
Even DC is just gonna wrestle him. You know what I mean? And I mean DC could beat him too. But I'm saying like Ngannou's not gonna do this to him.
No.
You know, Derek Lewis is not gonna do this to him. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna do this to him, so they're gonna have to strike with them. And you saw this dude has massive power. He's fast. He sets things up. I mean, he's gonna be a problem, dude. He called out Ngannou afterwards. Ngannou accepted. I don't know if they're gonna make that fight because that's a big jump for him.
Yeah, well, we know Stipe's not gonna fight for a while,
man. But that fight, man, that fight between Ngannou and Jairzinho, it should be built up as a huge fight, because that's a huge fight between two guys that have massive power in their hands and are quick, fast for being such big dudes, man. I love to watch that fight.
I was gonna say you should make it a main event, but then these fights with the heavy hitters in the heavyweight division can go one of two ways.
Yeah,
great. You know, someone gets knocked out in the highlight reel knockout, or it could be one of the most boring fights you
put it in like Denver, or put it in like Mexico City. So like they gas real quick too. So we're watching just like some slow punches for like 5 rounds.
And it'll be in the best conditions that it could possibly be. In an LA or something. Where they can just have the best.
Maybe a co-main, dude. A co-main with 3 rounds.
Cool, yeah.
See where it goes. I'd be up for that.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, we'll get that. We'll get that soon. Overeem is not done.
I don't know, man. Overeem looked pretty bad. That lip looked ugly, man. That's one of the worst.
He's gonna be out for a while.
Yeah, that's one. He had to have plastic surgery, man, to fix his lip, man. So that's pretty bad, dude. It was. He's gonna have that scar for the rest of his life, man.
Definitely. I'm looking at this. Jairzinho is gonna move up. He might move up a lot.
Yeah, dude. That division is so weak, dude. So
maybe take over Walt Harris's spot, but even then, I felt bad not taking Walt Harris's spot. Maybe Shamil Abdurakhimov spot, overtaking Alistair. I don't know, man. Because Alistair's 6 and Jairzinho was 14, so all of a sudden, that Jairzinho and Ngannou fight sounds like the way to go.
Overeem was gonna drop to like number 9, and Jairzinho maybe 8 or 7, somewhere around there.
You think I think Jairzinho might go up to 7 or something.
That's what I said, 8 or 7.
All right, 7. I was thinking 6 or 7.
No, that's too much. He needs another one to get up there to top 6, top 5.
All right. Well, I mean, he's gonna get Ngannou, so we'll see what happens there. Man, what if he gets Ngannou with the one punch like type thing, man? Oh my God.
It's a good fight, huh? It's a good fight.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into next week's card, or this upcoming week's card, man. I'm really excited for this card.
This Saturday, man. Saturday.
Stacked like crazy from top to bottom. Nothing like I don't think there's really any fights you can miss on this. Like the fact that even though she got murdered in her last fight, Jessica Eyes on the early prelims is crazy. You know, first off, you have 4 fights on the early prelims. Soriano, who I'm excited to watch fight, get a win here in the UFC after he's probably the most impressive from the Dana White Contender Series last season.
Yeah, he was good, man. I'm excited about him. He's a fighter too, man. But he's going up against a tough guy too. Oscar
Piechota. All right, be interesting to see. That middleweight division is fun, man. That's gonna be a fun division. Next up, women's flyweight. Surprised she's still alive. Jessica Eye taking on Viviane Araujo. I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah, this is all right, I guess.
Might not be great, but if Viviane can get the win, she'll be up there for a title shot after Chikugian loses, which we will be there live to watch.
Yeah. So real quick, tickets going on sale on Friday, man.
All right, cool.
Your boy, because he's a UFC fan, can get tickets on Wednesday.
Oh well, congratulations. Oh, good for you. All right, flyweight's making the men's flyweight's making a very rare appearance lately. Brandon Moreno taking on Kai Kara France, which two ranked guys, number 5, number 6. I'm excited for this because I haven't seen this flyweights fight for a while.
Have you seen Moreno fight? You've seen Moreno fight before, right?
Have I? Let me check. Let me see what his last fight was.
He's crazy, dude. He's a crazy guy.
Let's see what his last fight was. And I'll know for sure. His tattoo looks familiar.
Yeah, he fought Askarov
to draw. Oh man, I guess I must have because it was in September.
Remember, if I tell you his nickname, you're gonna be like, okay, the Assassin Baby.
Okay, yeah. He does have a baby face.
Yeah, but he's a crazy fighter, dude. He's like crazy manic energy out there, and he's just always coming forward and wanting to throw down. And I feel like his skills aren't the greatest, but his like, you know, it's one of those. It's not the size of the fight in the dog, but the size of the
fight, size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog.
Like, yeah, that's him, man. Like he makes up for his deficiencies with toughness, grit, heart, you know, and that's him. So I like this. I like watching him fight.
All right, next up, featherweight bout: Chase Hooper taking on Daniel Tamer.
So Daniel Tamer is used to be a prospect. He's 7-3 now. He's still making some moves. Chase Hooper 6-1. I don't know too much about him, but I know Daniel Tamer. And Daniel Tamer is not a scrub, and he only loses to good fighters. So this is gonna be a hard fight for Chase Hooper.
All right, welterweight bout: Matt Brown taking on Ben Saunders. What you got?
So this fight should be. Hold on, man. What the hell happened here? Oh, here it goes. Okay, Ben Saunders and Matt Brown. So this should be one of those fights where it's the old guys. The older generation.
This is your division, your old division.
This is the old division right here. So Matt Brown at one point had a really crazy run of knocking out people. He's actually the pre-Masvidal at 170 pounds, where he was a journeyman, and then he went on a streak of knocking like 4 or 5 guys out in a row, and he went up to the top, and he just couldn't make it there. And then he's been out for a while for injuries. Ben Saunders is a guy who had a lot of potential as well. He has a crazy frame. He's like 6'3" or 6'4" at 170 pounds. And he has a Muay Thai background, but he's just really chinny right now. He just can't take a punch. But I really like him, man. I really like his nickname is Killer B. And he also writes for Bloody Elbow. So he writes like, pieces from how his camp went and how he took a loss and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
So he's pretty cool. So I don't know, man. This fight has Matt Brown knocking out Ben Saunders all over it.
All right. This one, big like stuff going on with this one. If we get an impressive win, so you have number 2 Caitlin Vieira taking on number 10 Irene Aldana in the bantamweight division. Basically, Caitlin, if she wins, she gets the championship. She gets championship fight. If Irene wins, she puts herself up there in the top 5. I'm assuming. So,
and this is a tough fight for Caitlin, man. Irene is not.
She doesn't
scrub. You saw her in her last fight, man. She got all bloody and everything, and she still. I think she won last fight. She's on
a decent win streak. So yeah, man. I'm actually kind of excited for this fight to see, because I haven't seen Caitlin Vieira fight yet. So I'm excited to see her. I've already seen Irene fight twice, I think. And yeah, like I said, Irene does not back down from anybody. So it's really interesting.
Hey, Angel said that's great for me. I don't know what he means.
I don't know. You're talking about he might be because he's saying, because you said you were a UFC fan, so your tickets go on sale on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good for you. And he said great for him. So maybe.
Okay. What do you got next? You got the Heinisch fight?
No, I got Jeff Neal, Mike Perry.
You don't have Heinisch versus Akhmedov, or is that on the main card for you? It can't be on the main card for you.
That's main. Oh no. I don't have that. This is on UFC's official website too.
Yeah, but they're real screwy. So I don't know. Maybe Heinz is fighting. Maybe he's not. I don't know. We'll just leave it there. So next fight, let's just talk about Jeff Neal versus Mike Perry.
Yeah, platinum Mike Perry, right?
Platinum Mike Perry, man. Mike Perry, the guy that has a huge fan base, the guy that's crazy, the guy that doesn't have that much skill, but he has a lot of he has a mouthpiece and he has a crazy fighting style, man, which is just come forward and try to let me bang, bro. So that's all he wants to do
too. Jeff Neal's gonna get the win here, I think.
Yeah, I got Jeff Neal piecing him up, being smart, taking him down, doing whatever he wants. And Perry got the usual thing he has in his fights, which is a puncher's chance.
Yeah, all right. Next up, this is gonna be a bloodbath. Peter Yan taking on Uriah Faber.
Why you gotta say that about Uriah Faber, man? Why you gotta say that about Uriah Faber?
Peter Yan's gonna destroy. I said it the minute it was announced. I told you, like, this is not good for Uriah Faber.
It's not good for Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber has to. I don't know, man. I mean, Uriah Faber, he's gonna have to use his experience and try to experience him and win somehow. Because Peter Yan is the exact same fighter that Uriah Hall is, just like 10 years younger and faster, stronger, with a better chin. So, man, I don't know, man. There's not a lot of outs for Uriah Faber on this one, man.
And this is 2 bantamweight fights in a row that have huge implications for the division.
They're just trying to put these old guys out to pasture, man. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, I think they're both gonna get put out the pasture. So yeah, I got Yan winning handedly, putting him in very good position to get the next title fight after whoever gets one against
Triple C. Don't forget about Triple C, man.
Yeah, Triple C. I mean, I'm not forgetting about Triple C. I just don't know who he's gonna fight next. That's all. Dominic Cruz is officially off the ranking, so very interesting. I don't know. Next up, Marlon Moraes taking on Jose Aldo. Very sickly looking Jose Aldo, I must say. I have to add.
Man, this is all I'm gonna say right here, man. If we actually get to watch this fight,
you'd be surprised?
I'd be surprised, number one. Number two, Moraes is gonna knock his head off. But I think Aldo's gonna lose this fight on the scales, man. He just looks horrible, man.
Yeah, he looks bad. And Moraes, I'm hoping to see what I wanted to see. Not wanted because I still wanted Cejudo to win, but that highlight reel you sent me of Moraes, man, I really do, because we haven't seen him fight since that fight against Cejudo.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen him fight since then. But yeah, man, I mean, his nickname is Magic Marlon Moraes, or Marlon Magic Moraes, however you want to say it, Magic Man or something like that. I don't know, but I mean, he's a highlight reel walking, man. Like, this dude's so fast, it's ridiculous. He has so much power, it's ridiculous. So I'm excited. And Jose Aldo sucks, man, because he was such a great champion for so long. And then seeing him go down to 135, being so depleted, I just don't see him winning at all, man.
Why couldn't he just walk away into the pasture, enjoy his, and just walk off, man? Why walk off into the sunset? Why?
I have the only one ever close to doing that has been GSP. And now he's talking about coming back at 155 for Khabib. And I just
not good, man.
Just don't see it, man. I just don't see it.
I'm worried. I really am. All right. The first of 3 main events. That's what I'm saying. That's how I'm going to say it.
I like that.
Amanda Nunes taking on Jermaine Durandame. What's your excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10?
For this fight, it's probably like almost an 8, a solid 8.
Whoa,
yeah,
a 7.
Yeah. The reason why is because, dude, this is the closest we're gonna get to see Nunes being challenged, man. I mean, if you think about it.
I mean, because they fought before him.
They fought before.
Nunes was not Nunes.
Nunes won, right? Yeah, Nunes won.
I thought Durandame won.
I don't remember.
It was one of her losses. One of Nunes' losses.
Let me check.
I'm looking right now too. I could have sworn that because they're talking about, like, last time Nunes fought Durandame, this and that happened, but this is a completely different Nunes. That wasn't the Nunes that was destroying the entire division. Now 2 divisions, so I don't know.
No, she didn't lose to her.
Oh, it was Nunes?
Yeah, she didn't lose to her. Let me see. She beat her by TKO.
All right, well,
2013.
I think Nunes is gonna win by knockout this time. and they're not going to go to the ground. It's just going to be she's going to knock her out standing.
Yeah, man. I mean, she has just so much power.
So dangerous.
It's really interesting because, I mean, I don't care how you say their enemy was scared of Cyborg, you know, and Nunes obliterated Cyborg, dude. So she has way more power than Cyborg. So I don't know, man. It's just gonna be interesting. She's gonna have to stay on the outside and pot shot her and just try to get her tired and try to win on points.
Yeah,
it's gonna be difficult for her, but it should be an interesting fight. It should be the most challenge that Nunes has been in a while. Durandamy's no joke. If it stays standing, you know, it could be trouble for her because Durandamy is a legit like kickboxer and has a kickboxing and Muay Thai background. But I still think Nunes is gonna pull it out, man. She's just on another level right now.
Same here. Got Nunes winning. You already know I'm not gonna go against her. I don't know who until they do Cyborg versus Nunes again. I don't think I have anybody beating Nunes. And even then, I probably still have Nunes beating Cyborg. All right, next up, featherweight title, second main event. Max Holloway taking on Alexander Volkanovski. This is the one that I am torn back and forth. I keep going in my mind. I don't know. Who you got?
Man, Holloway's gonna mop the floor with this dude.
You think he's gonna mop the floor with him?
Mop the floor, man. Mark my words. This is my hot take of the week.
That's a hot take. I wouldn't say mop up. I think Volkanovski has a really decent chance to beat him. I just think Holloway. In my head, I'm like Holloway's gonna. He's just gonna land nonstop punches. He's gonna keep coming forward.
So let's say this: who has more power, Volkanovski or Poirier?
Oh, Poirier. I thought you were about to say who has more power, Holloway or Volkanovski.
No, I'm just saying, like, if Poirier couldn't put this man away at 155 pounds,
yeah,
you know, Volkanovski's going to have a hard time damaging him, man. So Holloway's just going to play his little game and keep coming forward and taking those shots and giving away more than he's taking. And Volkanovski's going to be stuck because he's not seen that before, man. He hasn't seen somebody that can take his power and that can come forward. So I don't know, man. I just don't see it.
Giving Volkanovski a puncher's chance? Is that what you're telling me?
He doesn't have a puncher's chance. He's not going to be able to knock out Holloway.
No chance.
No, he's not. Dude, Poirier is the hardest puncher at 155 pounds besides maybe Justin Gaethje, you know, besides Justin Gaethje. And Volkanovski doesn't have that type of power. He just doesn't, you know? So I just think, I mean, this is the same thing that happened coming up to the leading up to the Ortega versus Holloway. And I'm an Ortega fan. And I was like, I don't know how Ortega's going to win. And everybody was saying Ortega's going to be his biggest challenge. He knocked out Frankie Edgar. Nobody's ever knocked out Frankie Edgar. He has great Brazilian jiu-jitsu and his striking is on point. Man, there's a clip out there of Holloway teaching Ortega how to block shots in the middle of the fight when he's piecing them up. You know, that's how much ahead of him Holloway is. And Volkanovski, you know, he has a great run going. I just think Holloway does a lot of things that Volkanovski's not gonna have answers for, man. And that's coming forward, taking his shots, and picking him apart, man. He's the champ, man. Like that one bad showing against Poirier, a guy who's a weight level above him, who has massive power, who wasn't able to knock him out. It just pulled it. Like if he hadn't fought that fight, what would you think of Holloway going into this fight with Volkanovski? That he was gonna mop the floor with him because he's on that run of undefeated and he's beat everybody at 145. So to me, there's no difference, man. There's no difference.
Yeah. All right, man. Just seeing. Sorry, I was trying something.
Well, that's my hot take.
All right. I think he still has a chance, but but it is what it is. Last fight, Kamaru Usman taking on Colby Covington.
Your boy.
Who?
Colby Covington.
No. I was a Kamaru Usman fan until he stopped fighting, and I was like, well, I want to cheer for a guy who fights.
You bought you drank the Kool-Aid of him saying that he was gonna be a real champ, and I'm gonna defend every day and twice a day sometimes.
I drank that Kool-Aid, and
now it's been 9 months and he hasn't defended one time, dude.
Yeah, and he even tried to get out of this one.
Yeah, he's a scrub, man. He's a scrub. I hate Covington, but I feel like Covington would be a better champion as far as fighting more consistently.
But
these guys are pretty much mirror images of each other, man. Both of them are 15-1. Both of them are wrestle boxer guys. They like to wrestle. They like to put you up against the fence, but they also like to strike because you can't take them down, and they feel they have a lot of power, and the striking is so great. So they're mirror images of each other, man. It's gonna be who's gonna be able to impose their will on the other one.
I think my biggest thing is that Covington had every opportunity to finish Lawler in his last fight and didn't. I don't know why. That just keeps staying in the back of my mind.
Yeah, but like at the same time, you have to respect that, in my opinion, because he just stuck to the game plan, dude. You know what I mean? He stuck to the game plan, and it wasn't working to get a knockout. And that's the other thing too. He really needed that win. Like if he lost against Lawler, if he risked it and lost, he wasn't getting this fight, which is what he really wanted. So I kind of discount that a little bit because he was being more conservative to ensure that he gets this fight. But these guys have bad blood, man. I don't know if they're gonna be any conservative out there because they both don't like each other and they're both gonna want to knock each other out or finish each other. So I don't know, man. Who you got on this one?
I think I'm going Usman just because of like what I said earlier, and then taking into account the fact that he's got the champion's advantage. Basically, like he kind of has a champion's advantage. If these guys just like wrestle and they're wrestling back and forth, they're gonna give it to
Usman.
Like in order for Covington to win the way win a decision, he has to dominate him the way Usman dominated Woodley for those 5 rounds.
I agree.
Covington has to do that exact same thing. But if they're wrestling back and forth, I mean, they're gonna give it to Usman. We're gonna see that, same thing that happened where, with Thiago Santos and John Jones recently, where a couple people I had Santos winning, but like you said, like you have a champion's advantage, man, and it's a real thing. And I'm gonna go Usman because if we're gonna get it back and forth, I think we are gonna get a back and forth wrestling match.
I think the thing where we're both overlooking, because I have Usman winning, but I have him winning like slightly, like it's not a huge advantage for him.
Like a split decision.
Probably, potentially. I don't see him finishing Covington.
No, I don't either.
But I think the thing we're missing a little bit is Usman hasn't fought in 9 months, right? And the last time he fought, he was a challenger, so he's never defended. So he doesn't know how that feels to be hunted, to have that, bullseye on his back. And I don't know, is he going to be able to be hungry still? Is he going to be able to, like, he hates him, but that's not the same as, defending his belt and keeping that strap around his waist. So I don't know, man. I'm interested to see this fight, not just because it's Covington and Usman and because they hate each other, but I'm interested to see how Usman, defends his belt. Does he defend it? Does he defend it the right way? Does he squeak out a win? Is it a split decision victory? Because that's going to say a lot about his reign as a champion. If he barely beats Covington, squeaks it out, and can't finish him or can't take over the fight in the championship rounds, he's going to be a weak champ, man. He's going to be a weak champ, and there's going to be people coming after him because he didn't want to fight. He's been wanting to not fight, and then he just gets a win and just slips by. So, there's a lot of pressure, man. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of pressure on Usman right now.
Yep. And guess who's waiting in the wings for the winner?
Who is it? Tell me.
My boy Masvidal. I'm not gonna lie, I might be cheering a little bit for Covington because I want to see that Masvidal versus a Covington fight. See that bad blood play out.
You want to see that baptism? That's what you want to see?
Yeah, I want to see that baptism. There's nothing stopping him on the way to that championship. There's not. He's gonna rest up. He's gonna allow his body to rest up a little bit. Whoever wins this fight is gonna put off a championship fight for as long as they can.
Masvidal got to be in the stands, right? He has to be in the stands.
Better be. He has to be.
You think they're gonna bring him out? If whoever wins, they're gonna bring him out.
If it's Covington, they will.
If it's Covington, I agree they will. If it's Usman, maybe. I think Usman, no, because Usman's gonna fight in 9 months, and by that time, Masvidal's gonna fight already 2 or 3 times, and it's not gonna happen.
He's gonna already knock out McGregor.
Yeah, dude, like it's gonna be something else, dude.
He's gonna defend his BMF title more times.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
welterweight. Yeah, man. Usman. I remember I was so excited for Usman, but he became a bum.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe he regains your fandom this Saturday when he
No.
What if he like dominates him, dude? What if he dominates him just like he dominated Woodley?
The difference is though, you were a challenger. You impressed. This time, if you dominate him, now you do it again. That's all I'm gonna say is if he dominates Covington in this one, then it'd be like, well, why were you afraid to fight him? So why did you want to put off this fight so much? That's my problem. It's like you just don't sound like you want to fight. And if that's the case, if you don't want to fight, there's no problem with saying you don't want to fight. Just back out the game.
Just give up your belt.
Yeah, man. Defender vacate. By the way, I can't wait for that fight. It's gonna be a great fight. Let me see. I was going to look at not a few more events, but just I think we had something that I was looking at that kind of surprised me. So we have Edgar versus Korean Zombie. We already know about that one. January 25th, we have Blades versus Dos Santos, which is interesting.
I think Blades is going to win that one.
Yeah, and then February 15th, we have Anderson versus Blachowicz. So Corey Anderson taking on Jan Blachowicz.
So whoever wins that is going to fight the winner of the weekend before, John Jones versus Dominic Reyes.
Yep. And then the weekend after that, after Anderson and Jan, we're getting Felder versus Hooker.
Oh, man, that's going to be a good fight. Oh, man, yeah. I don't know. I don't like that fight for Felder, man.
I don't know. He might even get knocked out, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, dude, Hooker, he's just so rangy and lanky, and the thing is, he doesn't give up any power with that long arms. You know, usually the guys with long arms, they're skinnier, so they don't have as much power. You know, I mean, look at Holloway. You know, Holloway's that tall guy, and he doesn't have a lot of power, but he has like volume punching, and that's what ends up knocking you out. But Hooker is tall, rangy, and he has power, man. So I don't know. And Paul Felder recently, he's been fighting with a reckless abandon. Like he knows he needs to get like finishes, and he has to have great fights to be put up, you know, higher in the rankings. If not, he's just gonna stay middling,
stay number 6.
So he's taking this fight as a challenge and as a step up to get to the top. But man, it's such a tough fight for him, man.
All right, and then one last thing I didn't mention is somewhere in there we are getting Cerrone versus McGregor at 170. So
that's in January, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be in January. So I think in that one I might have to go with Cerrone at 170.
Yeah, man, Cerrone at 170 ain't no joke. The only way I see McGregor winning this is him catching Cerrone early, because Cerrone's a slow starter, notorious slow starter. He knows he is. He's done a lot of things to try to fix that, and it just sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. And McGregor's gonna be hungry, man. He's gonna be coming back from a long layoff in MMA and getting beat up by Khabib. And you know, he's a southpaw. He's a lefty with a lot of power. Poirier said that the hardest puncher he's ever fought is McGregor. That's the hardest puncher he's ever fought, and that includes Gaethje, that includes Eddie Alvarez, that includes Holloway, that includes a bunch of people that he's fought. McGregor's the hardest puncher he's fought. So McGregor has a lot of power, but if he doesn't finish him early, it's going to be a long night of kicks to the abdomen and kicks to the dome from Cerrone.
You're looking for that big head kick.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, I think it's time to call it a night. Got a good amount of show. We broke down basically both UFC cards that we went down. Past one and this upcoming one. Not sure. Do you know where you're watching the fight yet?
Which one? This one this weekend?
Yeah.
Not sure, man, but we should try to link up, dude, and watch them together or something.
That'd be cool. Because I don't think I'm doing anything yet, but be interesting. All right. You want to tell everybody where they can find you and what to look forward to?
You can find me at The Real Jesus on Twitter. That's spelled JEEZUS. I didn't get my fight picks out in time. I was busy with the family. This one I will have them out because I'm busy Friday, but I'm available all day Saturday. So Saturday morning I'll have them out for sure. Okay. I'm coming for that belt. That's my belt. You've been holding it. You've been shining it for me. That's all you've been doing. It's gonna be mine. But yeah, man, just catch me on there. Hit me up. I've been getting some DMs about some some MMA stuff. And I didn't know if I told you. One of our viewers, did I tell you? I don't know. He reached out to me because he was gonna have Derek Lewis on his podcast, and he wanted me to go and help interview him.
Dude, you should.
I did. No, this was the Friday after Thanksgiving, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I couldn't, man. I already had Black Friday plans and stuff like that.
Damn
so
you!
I didn't get a chance to do it, man. My friends keep giving me crap about it, saying that I'm an idiot, but I don't know, man. I want to do it the right way, and I mean, I appreciate the guy reaching out to me, and if I had time, I probably would have, but I was just with the family and I couldn't. But man, these things will pop up, and I'll take advantage one time, or maybe we'll have him and Derek Lewis on our podcast here on Armbars and Suplexes, and we'll go from there. I'm about to start reaching out to a lot of these guys that are going to be on the February card to see if we can have them on here, and we can try to get some interviews in, man.
All right, and then you can follow me on Twitter at AlecMiller0423. Go there where I talk mess about the internet wrestling community. I talk about movies and stuff like that. Also, heads up, we'll be launching. I'm planning on launching the Patreon January 1st. First thing January 1st. And we can start getting some more people in here. The dates for this will be more locked down once the Patreon starts launching. At that point, we won't have any other choice. Which we're still aiming for Sundays, I'm assuming, but I think we get all that settled.
Yeah, well, I think we should do. Well, I mean, look, before we say anything, so Angel asked us to let him know next time we go live. Normally we do this Sunday nights we'll start around 7 or 8 and we'll go probably about 2 hours. That's our normal time frame that we've been doing pretty much this whole year. Mm-hmm. But me and Alec, we're gonna get together before we launch the Patreon, and we're gonna put a time that's set in stone that you can set your clock by, that no matter what happens, hell or high water, if we're in Harvey water, we're still gonna be broadcasting. Like, there's gonna be one time a week where we're for sure gonna do it. Mm-hmm. And then anything else is just supplemental, and we'll shoot out a tweet and say, hey guys, we're just doing this extra one. We really want to talk about what happened on Raw, or really want to talk about why Contender Series or whatever, and then we'll just launch it, and whoever shows up, and whoever doesn't can catch us on YouTube. But for sure, we're gonna have one time per week where it's legit locked in.
Definitely. So yeah, once the Patreon goes live, and that's going to be when things really start to get set in stone, and things are going to, I'm hoping things start moving fast. Because like I said, it's going to be only a couple months until we get, a couple weeks really, once we launch it, till we get to the February pay-per-view card here in Houston. With some stuff on that.
Yeah, man, we got a bunch of plans for that card, man, for the Houston card. I want to interview as many fighters as I can. I don't just want to interview fighters, though. I want to interview some of the commentators, man. I want to interview DC, Felder, Dominic Cruz, Laura Sanko, whoever I can get, man. I'd love to pick their brains on some stuff and try to get some content for you guys, man, that you guys probably don't see anywhere else.
Definitely. All right, guys. So when we have more information on that, we will get to y'all. We will be back next week. It's going to be looking about Sunday again this week. But once again, nothing set in stone. Once we do find out for sure, we both will send out a tweet saying what time and where to find us. So, that's the show, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Got a little bit extra with your MMA, but in the beginning, got your movies and stuff like that, and
the movie show.
Yeah, so make sure you guys all hit us up for anything, whether it be wrestling, MMA, or movies or whatever. We love sports too. We love basketball, baseball, football, all that stuff. So always do that, guys. We can talk crap to me about how our Texans
They're dead to me.
But yeah, so we'll see you guys next weekend, guys, and we are out. Peace out, Angel. Thank you for joining.
AMF.